Good evening, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Well, it's an evening for me anyway. Welcome back to day 23 of Vlogmas. Today is the 22nd of December for me. It's been a bit of a hectic day. My dad ordered 2 new dresses, like for his bedroom, like chest of drawers, and a bedside table. I built the bedside table the other night and we took it to the tip the other day. But my dad was like worried about whether I'd be able to do the chest of drawers on my own, and I thought, you know what, I might struggle with the frame. And to be honest, I couldn't have done the frame on my own because I couldn't have lifted it up or, you know, put certain parts in because I told them other parts. So I did need someone else to help me with that. So I was really grateful that my dad invited my uncle around. So me and my uncle built basically the frame of the chest of drawers while my dad dismantled. He had 2 chest of drawers in his bedroom anyway. One he dismantled and took to the tip because it was old, it was knackered. He'd had it since him and my mum got married, which was 88. So it's done its time. You know, it's worked hard. It's, you know, done a fair bit. And then he's got an oak one, which is still in really good nick, but he wanted the furniture in his room to match. So that's why he wanted the 2 chest of drawers and the bedside table, all to sort of be a bit cohesive and match a lot better. So the chest of drawers is actually gone into the back bedroom, which is like the spare room. It's got my wardrobe in because in my room's in the loft, and because of the ceiling height, you can't get a wardrobe in there. It's also got my bookcases for the same reason in there. And to be honest, that most likely is going to end up, it's going to have a bed in there, and it'll most likely be the spare room for when like my nephew comes and stays over, and any other kids my sister has while I'm still living in the house. Just because obviously I'll still be occupying the loft once I move out. Anyone can have the loft. So yeah, that's it. So chest of drawers has gone in there, and it'll be quite helpful because we can empty out the airing cupboard, put things in there like you know, the bedding and stuff like that, which normally goes under the bed in like the vacuum sealed bags and all that. Just makes it a lot easier having it like folds in the chest of drawers. So yeah, but it's been a big move around. So I built the frame with my uncle this morning, then I've built 12 drawers today on my own. I can give you instructions on how to build IKEA Malm drawers without even having to look at the instructions now, because I said 12 times. So yeah, that's a new party trick I've got there. Well, actually, I've done it more than 12 times. I've done it 15 because I did 3 on the bedside table. So yeah, it's been a hectic day. Tomorrow's gonna be really lovely. We're going out. Yeah, I just hope the weather calms down a bit, because we've not got a storm at the moment. But the weather yesterday was really bad, which is why I didn't get too much footage on the walk. Like most people didn't have the lights on and inflatables up and stuff like that. And also today has just been just as bad. We've not had Santa up for a couple of days, today and yesterday, because of how bad the wind's been. Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be a bit better tomorrow, because we're going to be in Liverpool City Centre, which is right on the river, and it gets very, very windy there. So anyway, stop rambling. Let's have a look at my advents. So this is day 22 of the My Yarny Corner People's Advent. So basically, people submit photos and I created an advent. Each day is based around a different photo. If you go on Alex's channel, although she's no longer doing Vlogmas, she is still posting shorts on what everything is inspired by. So here we are. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's this gorgeous golden colour. Like a biscuit caramelly beige. It's gorgeous. With like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a streak of blue. A little streak of blue going through it. That's absolutely gorgeous. That's so pretty, that one. Enjoy having that in. And then let's see, Haribo Star Mix. Oh, I'm going to enjoy them. I'm not actually in my advents from over there yet today, which, yeah, so I need to get having them. Yeah. It's always at some point during the day I'll be like, oh, I've not had my advent calendar. Yeah. And then watching on the other day, I went, oh, I've not had my advent calendar today. And I went over and discovered I have already had the advent calendar for a day. So it was a bit of a letdown. Let's see what Mousewitch Yarns is. So Mandy from Mousewitch Yarns, she is still doing Vlogmas, and Mandy created 2 advents that she sold in her shop. There's like a sock one, which comes out every Sunday. So today, this should be the last one coming up. Well, today for me, but yesterday for you. Yes, that'll be the last one. And then also, yeah, she's got that, and she's got a few other advents of people. So yeah, go and check out Mandy's channel, see what advent she's been opening. And, look at that. It's blue with pink and purple speckles. Well, it's got a big bit of white in it as well. Pink and purple speckles, look at that. These 2 are beautiful today. I mean, they're all beautiful, but you know what I mean? I've looked at them both and I went, wow. Yeah, Mandy's Mousewitch Yarns advent is adventure around the UK, like advent and then your adventure. So basically it's different places around the UK. At the moment, we are still in Wales. Let's see if I recognise. Ooh, look at that. So it's all the different colour houses, that's what the speckles are. And the blue, the sky, and obviously there's a lot of white houses in as well. That's really pretty. Let's see where that is in Wales. So that is Tenby Harbour. I think Tenby is down in South Wales. I know more North Wales. So I've not seen that one before. I know there's a lot of places around the UK where they are like that, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could live somewhere like that. I think there's a lot of places down by like Cornwall and things like that. Yeah, well, today's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna go. I'll speak to you all in a little bit. I'm gonna go through what projects I'm gonna be taking with me into 2025. Yeah, and where they all come from. So I'll speak to you all a little bit later. Hi everyone. So just about to go and head up to bed. I'm going to have an early night because I'm up early in the morning tomorrow. So I think it's probably a bit wise to go and have an early night, get snuggled up in bed. Dog's already up. He's decided to go up to bed a bit earlier than me and go and sit with my dad for a while. But yeah, I'll go up, grab him, take him up to my room, and then yeah, go to bed. But I thought I'd come on because I wanted to be able to put in a photo. I've joined up more squares, so I think I've got up to day 9 on both calendars, both of the advent yarns. I've got up to day 9 added into the blanket now. So yeah, it's growing, it's getting there. I'm loving how it looks, and I'm just so excited getting to place all the squares in and see where they fit and things like that. So I'm absolutely loving getting to do that, and I think that's probably one of the funnest things about doing this advent calendar. But another fun thing is, as I said earlier, the My Yarny Corner advent, people submitted photos and I submitted one. I didn't want to submit loads in case, like, you know, loads of people had submitted them, and you know, yeah, I didn't want to feel like I was overbearing, but I posted in a photo that I felt really proud of taking because I felt like it was a really pretty picture. It was taken when I was walking home from work, and it was in the winter. I think it was actually either the end of last year or the beginning of this year. And the sun was going down and the sky was an absolute gorgeous colour, and the sunlight beaming on to the dock was, you know, the colours were just gorgeous. And then at that, it was windless. So the dock water was just so still, and it just was like a perfect mirror of image of the dock reflected in the water. It was absolutely lovely. And I just remember standing there, like, I'd done a full day at work and I was shattered, but I stood there, it must have been 15-20 minutes, just going, wow, this city is beautiful at times. You know, other times not so much, but no, I was in awe. And I was like, oh, I better start heading home. And I thought, you know what, I'll take a photo of it, so I've got it to sort of remember, you know. And that's a photo that I submitted in to Alex, and it's been chosen the day today. That was the one for my photo. So I thought I'll just sort of explain a bit about the photo, go a bit geeky on it, why I think if you ever want to take a photo that represents Liverpool, this is probably one of the best places to take it. So Liverpool started in the 1200s. It was given a charter by King John. For a bit of context on who he is, if you've ever watched Robin Hood, he's the bad guy in Robin Hood. So every time I hear King John, I think of the lion sucking his thumb in the crown with a crown on, from the Robin Hood that Disney made. Very good Robin Hood. Highly recommend you go and check it out. But anyway, that's what I think of King John. But he got into the charter in the 1200s, and it was a little fishing port. It was mainly used, you know, as an advantage point to be able to get over to Ireland and things like that. It played a bit of a role in the English Civil War. Royalists had hold of the area, and Prince Rupert, King Charles's cousin, was famous for being here for a little while, which is quite ironic, as Liverpool is actually seen as quite a very anti-royal city. A lot of people in Liverpool don't like the royal family, or institution with the UK in general. Yeah, there's a lot we don't like. So yeah, I find that quite ironic that several women royalists. But as I said, I don't think we like Parliament much better, so, you know, yeah, it's a Scouse Republic, as a lot of people say. So anyway, yeah, that's how it started, was because of the advantage point to get over to Ireland, because it's on the river. So it was that river and ship that started the city going, and then we really boomed during the Industrial Revolution, as we were a great port to be able to get things around, and that. So yeah, it was very, that's where we started to grow and become this really big affluent area where a lot of people started coming in to the city. Liverpool's quite a multicultural city, and that is because we grew as a port. We have I think we have like the largest Chinese arch and Chinese community in Europe. So, you know, as I said, multicultural because we're a port. Again, that's why the Albert Dock's perfect, because it's the part of the port system. Also, Liverpool was very revolutionary. We had lots of firsts here, and the Albert Dock, again, symbolic of that, because it was the first dock to be made with like cast iron brick and something else. But it was revolutionary in its design, because with the Albert Dock is, rather than them bringing the boats in, emptying the boats, putting the goods on trains and taking them out to warehouses or on carts, whatever, you emptied the boats and you're at the warehouses, because that's what the buildings are. They were the warehouses that go all the way around the dock itself where the ships would go in. So it was very revolutionary in that sense. However, within about 50 years, ships had gotten so big that they could no longer fit in the dock. So the idea of the warehouses being there kind of defeated the point, because you couldn't get the ship in. But it still stayed as a very prevalent position, because it was the warehouse space. People would rent out that warehouse space. So yeah, it was still an important aspect of the port system here in the city. So yeah, and that was it. Through the port trade was how we grew. We at once were the biggest port in the whole world at the height of the British Empire. which when I see the city nowadays and, you know, you go to other cities, you think, how were we the biggest? It blows my mind, sort of thing. So yeah, it really took off, and then the First World War, but most notably the Second World War happened. First World War, it saw the decline, it started the decline of empire and fractured relationships with other empire countries like Ireland and things like that. So yeah, that's where we started to decline, but we're still quite prominent. So prominent, in fact, that when World War II happened, the UK was bombed considerably. The place bombed in the UK, the only place bombed where, other than London, the worst place bombed in the UK was Liverpool. That's what I was trying to say. Again, Albert Dock shows that off clearly because the Albert Dock got bombed. Yeah, and there's actually a building right by the dock where you can actually still see on the walls of this building all the damage from a bomb and thing. So yeah, it really shows that off perfectly. Then after World War II, the city was just, you know, it was going into decline. We ended up having riots here in, I want to say the 70s or 80s. And the city was just, it was seen as a nuisance by the government, and they were like, let's get rid of it. We don't really care. It's a bit of a stain on the country sort of thing. But then there was an MP who came to the city, who, supposed to, you know, sort of agree with the government going, yeah, let's do this. No, this MP came up to Liverpool. He saw the beauty and the potential in the city, and he advocated for the regeneration of it. And we started to get a lot of regeneration. One thing where we did get a lot of regeneration was in the Albert Dock. As I said before, in the 70s and 80s, when my parents grew up, the dock was derelict. Windows were all smashed. The ground was just, you know, the water was not in there, and, you know, you didn't go down to the Albert Dock. It wasn't a thing, you know. It was like, ugh, it's not nice. But then, you know, we got the regeneration. It's now got beautiful restaurants in. It's got 2 museums, an art gallery. The museums both personally reflect the city. One's the Maritime, one's the International Slavery Museum. Then, you know, we've got the Tate Modern Art Gallery there. You know, there's hotels there, there's shops there now. It's a destination that you go to and have a day out. You know, we got this big regeneration. We got Capital of Culture in 2008 as the city. And, you know, it spearheaded a lot of things going on. And a lot of those events, part of it happened at the Albert Dock. So, for example, we had these giant puppets in the city one time, and the giant puppets, part of their end display was at the Albert Dock. When we have you know, boats coming in, like when we had the 3 Queens in, they were all right in front of the Albert Dock. You know, it is a pivotal location now, and it is seen as a beauty of the city. So much so that in the past few years, a royal charter has been given, so it's now no longer the Albert Dock, it's the Royal Albert Dock. You know, and I think that really shows what you know, it's gone from to, and the massive change in it. And again, that really shows where we are in Liverpool and its history. We are in that regeneration stage, and where people from outside of the city are starting to notice why locals or Scousers, why we love this city so much. So yeah, that's why I think it's, you know, it's one of those big, it's one of those, like, I think, perfect places to represent what Liverpool is about, because it's gone through everything, you know. And the river is the lifeline here in the city. That's what we were built on, and it is still in the lifeline today. So, for example, I worked in the tourist industry before I left my job in November. We had cruise ships coming in. We had a connection with the cruise terminal to have guests, you know, for offers to come on our tours and things like that. Up until my dad retired, not last year, yeah, last year, he worked on the docks. He was a docker. You know, it's still in the top 5 of the ports in the UK. Most of the imports that come to the northwest of England by boat come through Liverpool still to this day. So, you know, it is still the lifeline and the blood of the city. So yeah, I just felt proud seeing that photo on there. So yeah, just sort of wanted to tell you why I love this place so much, because, you know, yeah, I'm very proud of the city and where it's come from. Yeah, so anyway, I've probably rambled on far too much. Yeah, I'm sorry. When I get talking about history, especially something I'm passionate about in history, then yeah, I'm off. So don't ask me about the Blitz in Liverpool, because I will go on about an hour for you. Don't mention the Titanic to me, because I'll go on about 2 hours for you. I'm sorry. I need to learn better about my filter, when to stop. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. I hope you're all staying safe, having a wonderful Christmas. What parts of your area do you like? You know, what do you think is really great about the area that you live in? Because, you know, I think Liverpool's pretty great, and I want to hear what you all think about where you live, and, you know, let's share what's great about the places that we live in. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I hope you're all staying safe and taking care, and I will speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.